Hello, 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 everyone. You're tuning in to Freedom Friday. Man, I am super excited. This is Pressed by Miranda Curtis in the background playing. I do not own the rights to this music. Again, you are tuning in to Freedom Friday, where you came to set yourself free, and I came to set myself free as well. I'm going to tell you guys something, but I'm going to give you time for people to tune in. Again, I do not own the rights to this music. This is Pressed by Miranda Curtis playing in the background, and we are doing the live of the topic is press. We're pressing on and moving on. You're tuning in to Freedom Friday, and I thank y'all for tuning in. And I'm going to give some people time to tune in, so I'm going to let this music just minister to you while it's playing. This is Pressed by Miranda Curtis. Hey Sadina, hey sis, how are you? I've been waiting on Freedom Friday because Freedom Friday is, I actually do set myself free whenever I'm doing the live for Freedom Friday. Again, I do not own the rights to this music. This is Pressed by Miranda Curtis playing in the background. I'm going to turn the music down and we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, this is Pressed by Miranda Curtis playing in the background. So, whenever God speaks to you, you have to be obedient. And whenever your sisters are on you, because God has spoken to them, you have to be obedient as well. So I'm coming on to say that I want to publicly apologize to those who saw my live on Monday. I did a live with this exact song, Press, on Monday, and I was not in a good mood. I was not in my right mind, and I was going through some things, and I still did my live because I was determined. I'm like, okay, well, I'm still going to do my live at the same time on Mondays and Fridays. But sometimes, whenever you're in your mood, you got to be obedient. Like my sister told me, you got to be obedient. You got to do some adjustments, and you can't do your live and minister to other people whenever you are feeling some kind of way or going through. So I want to publicly apologize to each of you who watched my live on Monday. I had to go back and delete the live because it was not what I expected, for one, and then for two, it was not to the expectations of what God wanted me to do. So I had to go back and be obedient and delete the live for Monday. And I was supposed to redo it on Monday, but I got so busy with schoolwork, I am redoing it today. So again, to my teen girls, my young ladies, and my women that follow Blossom Up, I want to publicly apologize to you because the live on Monday was not a good live, and it did not meet the needs, your needs, because I was going through something. So I had to go back and delete that live. So we're going to try this again today, as God told me to come on and publicly apologize to each of you. So I did that. And again, this song in the background is Pressed by Miranda Curtis. I do not own the rights to this music. The topic for today is pressing on and moving on. And let me just be transparent with y'all. I allowed this song to minister to me all last week and today. And I was just listening to the words. And it got so deep inside of me. And tears just began to flow. And that's what I was holding back on Monday because I didn't want it to be honest with y'all. But now I'm opening up. As I allowed these words to minister to me, I realized that, as my big sister Carolyn says, transparency is the new healing. You have to be open and honest with yourself, and not only yourself, you have to be open and honest with God as well, so that He can heal you. You can walk your healing path. You can walk your journey to your destiny. So I'm opening up to you. As I was listening to this song, and she was talking about pressing on and moving on, I began to cry and cry and cry because I started to think about my past. I started to think about how I was molested, how I was rejected. I started to think about how I had friends that was in my circle that didn't have my back. And now I have friends that I call sisters that are in my circle that push the best out of me, that push me into my purpose, that push me into my destiny. They believe in me, but still I doubt myself. And I had to literally hold back the tears during this song because I'm like, okay, I have my sisters in place that push everything that God has for me out of me. They push me to push blossom up. They push me to help other women, teen girls and young ladies blossom up and bloom where they have been planted, because they know how much is inside of me. So I had to like hold back the tears on Monday. So now I'm being very transparent. My past comes up and it tries to knock me down. The molestation, the rejection, the wrong friends, almost getting killed. It tried to knock me down. It tried to leave me in a depression state, and still today it tries to take me into depression. But I have to pick myself back up, because I know that I have teen girls, young ladies, and women looking up to me, following me, wanting me to help them blossom up and bloom where they have been planted. They're looking at my journey. They're wanting me to be honest with them. They're wanting me to be transparent with them. So I'm opening up to you. Yeah, you're going to go through things, but you're going to have to pick yourself back up, and you're going to have to press on and move forward, because to press means to move forward with urgency, and you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to learn to listen for God's voice, because the enemy is going to, hi Mildred, how are you? The enemy is going to try to attack you. The enemy is going to try to take you down. I remember when I was at one point in life where whenever the lady had the knife to my neck, when I was going through depression, when I was feeling rejected, I thought my life was over. I didn't want to get back up. I laid in the bed all day. My sister would tell me to get out of the bed. I didn't want to go to work. I thought my life was over. I didn't want to move forward. I remember when God gave me Blossom Up in 2018, I told him that I didn't want it, because my brother passed away. Then immediately 6 months after that, my grandfather passed away. And I thought that I could not run Blossom Up. I thought that I wasn't good enough, because I heard people call me worthless. I heard people tell me that I wasn't good enough. I heard people call me out of my name. And when he birthed Blossom Up inside of me, I didn't want that responsibility of having Blossom Up. But then I hear people tell me, you're inspiring me, you're motivating me, you're pushing me to where I need to be. I hear those things, and I hear testimonies, and I hear people say, you're a wonderful life coach to me, you're a wonderful counselor to me. And I'm like, what? Lord, these people saying these things to me, and after I've been through molestation, rejection, but I realized that I had to go through the molestation, I had to go through the rejection, I had to go through losing my sibling, I had to go through things with my mom, so that I can help other teen girls, young ladies, and women blossom up and bloom where they have been planted. Help them embrace their inner beauty. Help them be able to move forward and press forward with their lives. To be able to counsel them, to coach them, to support them, to be there for them. I had to go through all of those things. So no, I'm not ashamed what I've been through. I'm not ashamed of being that I was promiscuous in my past. I'm not ashamed that I was turned out to be a lesbian by another woman. I'm not ashamed of it, because now I can help other women that are dealing with that come out of it. I'm not ashamed that I've been rejected by my family, being rejected by my dad. I'm not ashamed of any of that, because all of that rejection led to the strong young woman I am today. It led to me blooming and where I have been planted. It led to me blossoming up. When I say I have come a long way, I have really grown, I have really evolved, I have really transformed. I've come a long way from having a really, and some people that watch this live, they know me from my past. I was so mean, bitter, angry, depressed, to the point I had the worst attitude ever. So if you knew me in my past, you knew how bad my attitude was. But now that I have learned to move forward, let things go, press on, and trust God, and stop doubting myself, and I've learned to be obedient, I can actually press forward. I can move forward with a sense of urgency. I can walk into my destiny. I can walk out God's purpose for my life. So whatever it is that you're holding on to, that bitterness, that anger, so what you've been rejected, so what you've been molested, so what you've been raped, so what you're going through with your mom, your dad, it does not matter what you're going through. Every life, every situation, every circumstance that you're going through, hold your head up high. Kings and queens, walk with your head up high, and know that you can move forward and you can move on. You can press forward. It doesn't matter what you're going through. You don't have to hold on to that anger. You don't have to hold on to that bitterness. Come out of that. It may feel like you're stuck in a rut and you can't move forward. I was there. I felt like I was stuck. I felt like I couldn't move forward. I felt like my life was over. And don't get me wrong, today there are some days where I still feel like that, but I pick myself up and I still remember that I have those teen girls, young ladies, and women looking up to me. I have those teen girls, young ladies, and women still needing my counsel, still needing me to coach them. So I can't sit right there in that place of misery. I can't sit right there in that place of bitterness. I can't sit right there in that place of anger. I have to pick myself back up. I have to seek God. I have to get in the Word so that I can be able to be there for them. It's not about me. It's about those teen girls, young ladies, and women. It's about them. So I have to make sure that I'm blossoming up so I can help them blossom up. So today I choose to blossom up and bloom where I've been planted. I choose to move forward. I choose to press forward. And I challenge you. I don't care what you're going through. You may be hurting on the inside. You may have cried every night before going to sleep. You may have cried every morning when you wake up. There's some mornings I still cry. There's some mornings I go into the bathroom and I shut myself up in the bathroom where I won't be in anyone's presence. And I just cry and I let it all flow out. And I cry out to God and I say, God, I need you. I need you to help me move forward. I need you to help me press forward. I'm tired of being stuck where I am, Lord. I want to be able to blossom up and bloom where I have been planted. I can't take this anymore, God. I give it to you. I tag you in the ring. So when I have my sisters like Destiny, shout out to Destiny, and my sisters like Selena, shout out to Destiny, and Carolyn and Cassandra, and the rest of my sisters. And it's something about your circle. You have to make sure your circle is right there to help build you. You don't need that bad circle around you. I once had that bad circle and they was tearing me down and tearing me down and tearing me down. I felt myself sinking under and sinking under and sinking under, and I wasn't able to press forward or move on. I was so tired, depressed. I tried to commit suicide over 20 times because of the circle that I had. I didn't have a circle to help pick me up. And now that I have my circle of sisters that pick me up when I'm down, my circle of sisters that push me whenever I'm down, my circle of sisters that help me step into my purpose and step into my destiny, I have a wonderful support system that I truly appreciate. I appreciate my sisters. I'm able to press on and move forward. So make sure you have a circle behind you that's going to be able to say it's okay. You know, cry those tears. Pick yourself back up. I'm here for you. God got you. Just obey him. I'm telling you today, you don't have to sit where you are. You don't have to sit in that misery. You don't have to sit in that pain. It's time to come out. It's time to seek God. It's time to cry out to your friends. Don't be ashamed. So what you did. Don't be ashamed. Come out of it. Tell your friends about it. Tell your family about it. Stop being stubborn. That was my problem. I was too dang on stubborn. I didn't want to tell people what I was going through. But today I choose to tell people what I'm going through. People don't get tired of you. It's just all in your head. It's your thoughts. That's your negative thoughts. That's you overthinking. I had to tell myself that too. I'm an overthinker. I had to tell myself that was me overthinking. People care about you. People are there to support you. People want to see you come out of it, out of that depression, out of that pain, out of that misery. So change your circle if you need to. Press forward. Press forward. Move forward. When it feels like life is hard as hell, push forward. Because I know right now in this season, it feels like life is weighing you down because of the pandemic. But the pandemic don't mean nothing because there's a God that's bigger than this pandemic. When I tell you he will bring you out, he will bring you out. And right now, he's bringing me out. So I choose to move forward. I choose to step out of this. And I choose to be a better me, become a better version of me. And I choose to allow God to lead me with my support system behind me. I choose to blossom up and bloom where I have been planted. So today I challenge you to blossom up and bloom where you have been planted. Move on, press forward with urgency. Step into your purpose, step into your destiny. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what your finances are like. You think my finances good as ever right now? No. God is still transitioning me. I'm in between blessings. I'm still growing. I'm still evolving. I'm still transforming. I'm not perfect. God is still helping me grow. God is still speaking to me. I'm still learning to be obedient. I'm still learning to discern his voice and still learn the difference between God's voice and the enemy's voice. There's a lot of time when the enemy's in my head telling me, your support system don't care about you. Your support system don't want to see you succeed. But I have to learn to cancel out his voice and allow God to rule over the enemy's voice. Sometimes I'm fighting the enemy in the enemy. Sometimes I'm fighting the thoughts within myself. And sometimes I'm fighting the emotions within myself. I have to learn to press forward and let those negative emotions go. Let those negative thoughts go. But today I choose to press forward. I choose to move forward. I choose to blossom up and bloom where I have been planted. And I challenge you to do the same. You came here to tune in to Freedom Friday, where you came to set yourself free, and I came to set myself free as well. And those that will catch the replay, thank y'all for tuning in to Freedom Friday. I'm Krishandria James, CEO and founder of Blossom Up LLC, where I teach teen girls, young ladies, and women to blossom up and bloom where they have been planted by helping them grow, evolve, and transform, and helping them embrace their inner beauty. Thank y'all for tuning in to Freedom Friday. Remember to press forward and move forward. Don't get stuck in your situation. I love y'all. I want y'all to have a wonderful and miraculous weekend. And I will see y'all again on Monday for Miraculous Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Love y'all.